Hey there, welcome back. So I will be doing a reading today for my good friend Michelle Odette. I'm saying that with a question mark because I've literally never said her name out loud. And I'm not going to spell it because it ain't none of y'all business. That being said, to Michelle Odette, I am assuming that you are going to be watching this video. I apologize if your name is actually Michelle Odette or Michelle Odette. I'm sorry. That being said, I have already meditated. I called my guides and guardians and my patron to assist me. Well, I kind of didn't call my patron because I called them earlier, not for this specific reading. Anyway, moving on. Know that they're with me. That being said, I've done all the prep work and I am ready to begin. No more wasting y'all's time. So first we're going to lay down a quarancy card. That card basically tells us what's going on with the quarant. And we have, again, there's that styrofoam cup still in the picture. I need to throw that away. I'm sorry. We have the Three of Pentacles, which represents luck. It represents labor and work. The Three of Pentacles is basically telling us that this is a work reading, or work-related reading, or that's a pressing matter that the universe wants me to address on your behalf. So I'm going to do that, seeing as you gave me free reign to pick a subject. Okay, let's begin. We're going to be doing the Cross of Truth, and card number 1 is how you perceive the present situation. I don't do reverse cards, y'all. That's something y'all should probably make note of going forward, because reverse cards be noise, and I can't stand noise. So, firstly, we have the Nine of Wands. And what I'm going to do in this particular reading, stop right here, is I'm going to lay out the cards, say what they are, say what they mean, and then I'm going to give an overall message. So, the Nine of Wands, for me, represents submission. Basically, it is you quite literally taking a knee and allowing things to just go on around you. Okay? That is more or less how you perceive the present situation. Possibly there are areas of your life revolving around your career and work where you aren't really pushing it. Where you aren't really going to be too forceful with how you progress in this field. And, well, that may or may not be the best course of action. Let's see. The second card, your desire for the subject at hand. We have the King of Cups. Now, cool thing about the King of Cups, I'm going to just slide y'all down because I have a thing about symmetry in my readings because, you know, I'm a mess. Okay, the King of Cups represents emotion. It represents feeling. And the Kings represent applying that more or less to the overall, or expressing it. How a king is how the kingdom will perceive them to be. A compassionate king will have a compassionate king will either be ran all over by his subjects, or he will rule with a stern but loving fist. That being said, I think you have a desire to do just that, to be both compassionate yet stern and respected in what you're doing. And I get that. Let's move on. The next position is helpful matters for the outcome or the situation. We have the Five of Cups. Now, the Five of Cups is basically a card. It's similar to the Nine of Wands, and that is a card of submission, but in a different way. The Nine of Cups is more or less a bit downtrodden. It's about atonement. There we go. So, looking at the situation, well, we're going to come back to that. Like, I want to lay down all the cards before I dive too deeply. So, 4 is an opposing matter for the outcome in the situation. Go ahead and turn that. So we have the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups represents wish fulfillment and abundance emotionally. And I know that seems odd being in the opposing matters area, and this is the prime reason my intuition told me to just hold off on the full interpretation, because all of it's going to flow together, come to the end. And the final card is the Hanging Man. So, the Hanging Man represents the scapegoat or sacrifice. Alright, so let's look at the full spectrum of the reading as best we can. You're probably thinking that it's a good idea in the present to just take a knee, and not be too forceful where you want to go, because you are trying to develop you're trying to apply more compassion into your work and probably into your overall life. This is one of those situations where maybe you are either realizing that your personal wellness is best and you're trying to take more care of yourself over your work, or you're trying to instill that value of compassion, yet responsibility, being responsible yet maintaining a compassionate air about yourself into your workplace. And that's completely understandable. It will help you in this endeavor to continue what you're doing, to emotionally let it go and give yourself to the situation at hand. The thing is, it's not going to be helpful. In fact, it's going to oppose what you're trying to do if you think you're getting everything you want. And that doesn't mean that you're not getting everything you want. It's just reminding you to take a firm look at your wishes and take a look at the wishes around you. Something's telling me that you have to now analyze what is truly what you want and what is truly what others want for you. Double check those wishes to make sure those wishes are your own, because in the end, it shows you being a scapegoat. It shows you being essentially a sacrifice, a lamb for the slaughter, which sacrifices have their place in our world. But is your career path something you want to become a martyr for? So that being said, I think this reading was a little bit more on the darker, serious side for me, which I love doing readings, period. It's always interesting. I hate giving people negative information, but I recognize that it is very important for their development to receive the message that the universe needs me to pass on to them. So as you go into work, if you do not like where this reading is headed, there are areas such as the helpful and opposing matters that allow you to alter it to make a change. I encourage you to do just that. And honestly, I think the overall reading is saying, take care of yourself and make sure your thoughts are in alignment with your will. Because while it is good to care for others, we've got to care for ourselves first so that we can care for others. And if other people don't get that, then they need to be reminded that you have to live life for you. This is your life. And regardless of whether someone does or does not believe in reincarnation, you've got to treat this life like it is your one life. And I know you know that, Michelle, and I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to read for you. For those who don't know, this person is a very good diviner themselves. I have I've garnered secondhand experience of their talents and skills, and I respect the heck out of them. So please feel free to look them up or check them out. It is possible that there will be a link to their information in the description below if they will allow me to share it. If not, then it won't be there. All that being said, I appreciate y'all for joining me. Thank you for spending this time with me and helping me through this divination. What you don't know is that you watching these videos of me doing what I'm doing and commenting and requesting me to do more will help strengthen me as a practitioner and help make me a better person and a better spiritualist overall. So I appreciate y'all for watching. I appreciate you, Michelle, for giving me this opportunity, and I appreciate the universe for making it all happen. Have a blessed day, and blessed be, y'all.